It's September 18th, 2010, 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm down here at Camp Postcard. We originally were going to go up to Camp Flat Tire, but the weather was really bad. And there's probably going to be a lot of high winds up in the mountains up there, so we decided to come down to Postcard, which is going to be the site of most of our investigation during the salmon run. We're going to meet Rusty and John down here later on this afternoon to join us in our one-night adventure. Just taking a look at the river. Obviously no salmon have started to run yet. It's a beautiful morning. This is why we call it Camp Postcard, because postcard quality of the scenery. I'm down here by the area where this forest road washed out, and they got it blocked off by the concrete barricades now there by camp. Again, this road only exists to service these power lines which go through the mountains. So a bit of a modern look in a somewhat remote area. Not very remote, but it's by the river, which is close to the highway as the crow flies. We actually last night got here about 7:30 p.m. and we decided it was raining hard, it was late. We didn't set up much for camp surveillance. Put up one camera overlooking the inside of our canopy area and had a microphone out. We also put out our Recon X trail camera, and we're testing it on time-lapse mode as opposed to motion sensor. We got a program during the day only, daylight hours, to take time-lapse pictures every minute, take one photograph for as long as the memory card will hold up. And you can barely see it right there in the center of the picture, camouflaged. Taking a picture of that area of the river right there for any potential activity. Specifically right at the crack of dawn. Maybe something out there by the river, getting a drink of water, cooling its feet. And during a salmon run, particularly out fishing for salmon, we have it looking down an area of the river which is out of sight of camp. And I'm down here looking at some different areas we could put the camera. The camera has a 2 GB card, and a 3 megapixels can hold about 1,600 pictures. Set it for 1 picture per minute. That's about 27 hours worth of picture taking. So every couple days we can swap the card out during the salmon run. Here's another area I would like to put the camera, perhaps. It's around the other bend in the river here. And maybe have the camera looking down this part of the river, which is somewhat out of sight of camp here, for any potential Sasquatches fishing for salmon when the run finally happens next month. So we're just kind of looking for different areas to point the camera. We might even take the camera farther up or downstream in a more remote area. I think another area we're thinking about is actually further up to the left of that bend, all the way up the river that way. I'd have to hike through the woods there to set it up on the bank, but that's easy. So we're just looking at some possibilities. The camera we set up at 7:30 last night, didn't start taking pictures till we programmed it at 6 a.m. It's already taken 233 pictures at 1 picture per minute. So maybe we'll pop that card out and have a look at the picture quality. That's it for now. It's 1:38 on Saturday the 18th of September 2010. Earlier we had the Recon X rapid fire camera looking down the river, actually up the river. From sunrise until about 10 o'clock this morning, we had it taking 3.1 megapixel still pictures every 60 seconds until I pulled it out and reviewed 260 some odd pictures that it had taken during that time frame. Nothing noticeable on it Sasquatch related, but what we've done, we put the card back in and we just kind of repositioned it. We wanted it to take some time-lapse photos of this game trail we've always looked at and wondered about along the ridge of the mountain here. You can see it right here in the center of the screen, left to right. This game trail runs along this ridge into the tree line. So we thought we'd just aim the camera in time-lapse mode once again up there during the day, just to see if anything, you know, walks up and down that trail. Obviously a lot of activity that goes on around here is at night, and the infrared capability of this particular trail cam is only good for like 30 feet for night vision. So during the day we'll use it for daytime surveillance of the river and time-lapse surveillance of this particular game trail, just for shits and giggles. So what I'm going to do a little bit later on is take those 200 and some odd time-lapse photographs from this morning of this stretch of river and throw a bunch of them together to give you an idea what type of time-lapse photos it's taken. It's pretty interesting. So we'll do that later.